I ideally wanted this video to be as simple and straightforward and quick as possible, and yet I'm working in the most chaotic circumstances I have in a while because I genuinely don't know where everything is right now. The studio is not quite unpacked. Literally today I realized I don't know where my measuring tape is, but we will unearth it as we go because I thought we could do something a little comforting to ease into this chicken soup for the sewing machine. A classic thrift flip. I hit up the bed sheet section. I got this lovely one with all these gentle little flowers on it. It just screams picnic dress. No? No? Yeah? Anything else? No? That's right. I also got this one. It feels so, I don't know, mod A-line. And then I made a mistake, brought the bed sheets home, got all excited about making dresses, and realized I should have thrifted the lining material. In early day with Wendy, we would have never talked about lining, but I'm grown. We do lining now. I went back to the thrift store. I got this Off-White King flat sheet for the picnic dress, and then I did another grown thing, which was check the materials on this to be at least 50% cotton so that it would be breathable. Don't make the mistake of thrifting synthetics to make a cottony picnic dress because you are gonna be hot. I'm not quite in the mood to draft a design from scratch today, so we'll be using my Little kit. I'll give you a quick refresher if you've never seen this before. It's an entire catalog of patterns that have been drafted following the golden rule. You know, like the thumb is the length of your nose and your wingspan is your vertical height. In a previous video, we put it to the test on myself, on my assistant Julia, who's petite, on one of her friends who's a bit more plus size, and it actually was very much in the ballpark for all of us, all based on one measurement only. When you're making an upper half garment, all it takes is the bust, and when you're making a lower half garment, all it takes is the hips. It's crazy. I'm aware how much I sound like an as seen on TV salesperson right now, so I will stop here. But if you've seen how much I've used this kit in my videos, you already know. I love it. I have chosen this lovely design, a little sweetheart neckline, ruffled sleeves, and then this style of skirt is not as demanding on fabric quantity as if it were tiered, because then you would need even more fabric to achieve all the ruffles. So hopefully I have enough fabric. And when you flip it over on the back, it has all the corresponding pattern pieces that you're going to draft using this very piece of paper as like an extrapolation guide. Let me just get set up here. It's been a while. Taking your bust measurement, you poke your pin through that corresponding measurement on the tape, as well as the cross on every single pattern piece, and then you swing the tape around, adding a dot at these corresponding distances, like 21.5 centimeters, 17 centimeters away, add a dot, 12 centimeters away, add a dot, 7 centimeters away, add a dot. The size of it is determined by the fact that you put a pin in corresponding to your own size. Once you connect all the lines, you end up with a pattern piece that corresponds with this miniature. This front piece extrapolated to this, back piece extrapolated here, a strap extrapolated here, and I still have to connect the dots to form this ruffle piece. I used to just guess for ruffles, but I can't believe they literally help you draft the ruffle too. Down here, they just outright tell you the measurements because it's just a big rectangle for the skirt. When it comes to cutting the pieces out, this little magnetic fella sticks to your scissors, and then you slide the elastic band to the seam allowance distance that you would like. I'm working with 1 centimeter, and so now I just line up the lines that I've drawn with this black band, and I cut a border all the way around. There's been many comments over the last few years over what this little doodad is, so I'll put a link in the description if you want to magnetize your seam allowance game. Lastly, there are some darts to work with. Front of the bodice, back of the bodice with a little dart. I'm ready to cut out some fabric. It looks like this is a fitted sheet, but the elasticity of it is pretty questionable. So I'm kind of excited that I get to give it a new life as a dress. I'm going to measure its full size to see what orientation might work best before I start cutting out the pattern pieces. The pattern seems to go in every direction, so I don't think there is necessarily a up or down That's nice. On the topic of bed sheets, I'm so excited to give a shout out to Birch Living. Thank you for sponsoring this video. Back when I was reading to prepare for having a baby, there was one book I read that talked about how to have a happy baby. Already an ambitious topic, but the answer they gave surprised me. And now I'm a believer. The key, they argued, was to have a well-rested parent or caregiver, and that is the highest contributor to a happy baby. The book went on to explain how one might become a well-rested caregiver, but absolutely a good sleep is so important, and we have had plenty of well-rested sleeps thanks to our Birch Living mattress. Don't fall asleep now. I've mentioned Birch Living so many times in the past, but if you don't know, it's a premium mattress in a box company that makes mattresses and sleep products that are stylish, comfortable, and environmentally conscious. Their 100% non-toxic mattresses are made in America. They are crafted with organic and natural materials that have been sustainably sourced. It is specifically created with breathability, cooling, and support in mind, and it offers increased airflow and targeted zone lumbar support. If you've been keeping up with my Shape of Home series, our bedroom is on the upper floor in a 100-year-old house, and it's kind of warm right now. This is not a highlighter. This is part skincare, but part like heat wave glow. Thankfully, our mattress is not adding to our warmth issues. It was important to me to choose a Birch mattress that was made with organic and natural materials because unlike synthetic materials, the wool in this mattress makes it hypoallergenic. It is both allergen and mildew resistant, and today I'm excited. A year into owning our Birch mattress, I am finally doing the thing I once saw on the Sorry Girls, which is to use a king-size duvet on a queen. I got the Birch Living natural down duvet insert, and I have their organic cotton duvet cover. We're gonna swap the duvet. Burrito method, here we go. We are rolling up the entire thing, duvet cover and duvet. At the end, you flip the duvet cover over the entire thing, then unroll, and she's inside. This is finished. We are done. Oh my gosh, it looks so much better with all that blanket oozing over the sides. I wanted to do this so long ago, but it felt wasteful to swap out a perfectly good queen duvet. However, as of today, Marla's awake. Our new sectional pull-out guest bed arrived, and so the queen duvet is going there. To give our guest bed the complete Birch Living treatment, I got a plush organic mattress topper, organic mattress pad, a waterproof mattress protector as well, and then the sheet set, the pillow protectors, all so that our guests will sleep totally clean and comfortable. If you're thinking about getting a Birch mattress, they will deliver free to you in the US. It's super easy to set up yourself, and you will get a 25-year warranty plus a 100-night sleep trial, so they will just come and pick it up and refund it if you don't love it. On top of that, each Birch mattress comes with 2 EcoRest pillows. They're the ones that Dan and I are using. They're made from recycled plastic bottles, and like I mentioned, the Birch Living has so many other add-ons for you to choose from. We love our Birch mattress. We think you will too. If you're looking for a new mattress, check out Birch. You can click the link below, or you can go to birchliving.com/withwendy and you will get $400 off plus 2 free EcoRest pillows. Last night I finished cutting out all the pieces, including the lining. Everything got copied in the lining except for the straps and the ruffles. Those only need to be in the floral fabric. I have the darts all pinned in here. We're gonna finish that off today. This is my tried and true technique, which is to have the line where the darts go and then poke the pin through the line on one side, the line on the other side, and then back out to the other line, which just brings everything in. Say it with me, alignment. Now I'm just gonna sew along these lines. I feel like I just accomplished one of those how many times can you use line in a paragraph challenges. I ran a little bit off track over here. You can see the pencil line and the stitch line don't quite match. This is what you want. A stitch end marking, all in alignment. And there we go. A little shaped bodice. I also have the darts in the 2 back pieces as well as the 2 back lining pieces, and as the lining bodice, I'm gonna give all of these a press. When it comes to darts, I generally position them so they're pointing away from the center of the body. Here she is on the body form, looking good. It's good to trim these top edges so that it's totally smooth. And now I'm realizing I've gone down the road of the bodice, but actually I think for this project I have to start with the straps because the straps get tucked in. to the top. I have these two pairs of fabric that are the straps. One of these edges can stay raw because it's going to get tucked into the strap, but the other edge is going to be floating out there for the world to see. So we'll try to make it look cute. Oh, it's the more curved edge that will be exposed. Okay, good thing I checked. And to speed things up, I'm gonna bring in the rolled hem foot. This will either be miraculously fast or give me a whole new thing to stress about. Whew, the rolled hem foot was more harrowing than I bargained for. I think I still need a lot more practice. Some rough spots. This area I think I need to fix. Second one, way better, but that was a journey. I'm gonna fix this first one. Yes, redemption. Strap assembly, here we go. First, gathering stitch on the raw edge. 1, 2, giving them a little pull. Lovely. I'm gonna pin this between the straps. Got my ruffle sandwich. Time to lock it in with the straight stitch. And to close off the other side of the straps, I'm doing this maneuver where I'm rolling the ruffle as tucked in as can be so that I don't catch it as I seal the other side shut with this straight stitch. Now to flip it right side out. Give this little press to flatten the strap, and that will give you this lovely little thing. Okay, I can work with that. The straps are now sandwiched between the lining and the front. I never love this part of making tops because I just have to arbitrarily decide where the straps are going to go, and strap placement. The distance between the straps is pretty impactful on the final appearance. Generally, the farther apart they are, the more glamorous it looks. But as with all things, if you go too far, they're just gonna start sliding right off the shoulders, which is no good. I actually ended up measuring the width of the straps on the dress I'm currently wearing, and we're just gonna use that as our guide and hope for the best. I really need to get a full-length mirror, but I think this is good. I think we're still in business. I can't just flip it over like this though. I have a few finishing details I need to do. I need to add a couple of snips so the fabric can lie flat. One at the very bottom of the sweetheart and a few more along the curves. And I'm going to understitch. With the back pieces, I've also sewn them right sides together. Shell, lining, understitching. I'm gonna put the zipper in now. No. Back middle opening, invisible zipper. Right sides together here first. And the other side. Nice. I'm trying to figure out how much I can take away. I think that's as far as I can take the top, so moving on to the skirt. Sagwa. Do you want to come in? I'll leave the door open for you, okay? I've cut skirt fabric out of the florals and out of the lining. Oh, I tried to do something smart, which was use the edge of the king sheet as the bottom edge of the skirt. Hopefully that's a decision that works out. The lining is a bit smaller in circumference than the floral. I think it's gonna be okay because it's really just there to prevent people from like seeing my legs when I'm backlit like some weird shadow puppet show. I think I just gotta sew them into their complete tube. I'm like kind of excited because to me the skirt means we're in the home stretch, but then I'm also damaged enough to know that I can't get too excited. Left an opening in the back middle to help me with the zipper. Yes, this layer is significantly bigger. All right, I'm really not sure right now if I've gathered way too much fabric into this dress. Is there such a thing as too much? I'm damaged from times where I skimped on the ruffles and it came out so lackluster, and I don't want to swing the pendulum the other way and go overkill. I posted about this on Instagram and everyone says that there's no such thing as too much gathering. Okay. I think I need to raise the shoulder straps just a little because the waist is not high enough. I want to bring it in a little bit tighter so it just feels a bit more fitted. I'm going to also hem the bottom of the dress. Probably just gonna do a little blind stitch. And this right here, folks, is where you're so close to finishing one project that you start a new project, which was me realizing I still had enough leftover floral fabric to maybe for the first time make a little dress for my baby girl. I had just pulled out this brown dress of hers from the laundry, and so I started copying all of its pieces. This did mean another round with my nemesis, the narrow rolled hem foot, but this time I was victorious! Just like with my dress, I had to gather up the shoulder ruffles, sandwich them into the straps, and here's where I was at the next morning. Hello, do you want to come in? This is giving me flashbacks to my mom making little dresses for my dolls when I was a kid. I'm gonna assemble the top here, right side of the front, touching right side of the lining. Again with the snipping. Flat areas don't have to snip, curved areas, give them a little room to breathe. This is so tiny. How was I once this size? Like you two. How were you like this? Inconceivable. Understitched, pressed, crispy. Moving on, I've got the elastic band that's going to go across the back and the fabric that I'm going to encase the elastic band in. Attaching the front to the back, I'm gonna go right sides, flip the lining over, lock it in. Right sides, flip the lining, sew it down. Cute. But now I definitely can no longer model this for you on my body. I rolled the hem. It looks so good. I feel like I really solidified my rolled hem skills in this one. Yeah. I'm gonna gather the lining, the shell, right sides together with this bad boy. I took all the raw fabric that was in the waistband and I put it all together with a blanket stitch so that it won't fray too much. Now I just have this one little ribbon I made. It's gonna go in the back middle so that these two ties can secure to it and form two little straps. Nice thing though about the elastic back and the ties is that it's a little size flexible, so I think she could wear this next summer. Stay tuned. You see this dress mommy made?